Bungie has slightly changed up power leveling, again, in Destiny 2 Beyond Light. Now although it still follows the same system, it's less demanding, therefore making it much easier to reach the maximum power level. So guys, as usual, my name is Divide, and in this video I'm going to explain power leveling and how to level up fast in Destiny 2 Season 14, also known as Season of the Splicer. So hit that rating and let's get started. So there are essentially two types of main power levels in Destiny 2. Well, three, if you include the Season Pass levels. But they are your gear power, your bonus power, and your Season Pass rank. All of which contribute to your total power level, making your character a complete beast. Now I'm going to explain all three in detail to help you level up fast to the max power cap this season. And if you're watching this in a future season because the title states season 15 or 16 or wherever we're at, it's because this video is technically still relevant to helping you level up fast, as it follows the same or similar system. So let's jump into the first section, which is the Season Pass ranks and bonus power. Roughly every 3 months the game will release a new season and season pass. Whether you own that season pass or not, you'll earn season ranks through XP as you play the game. The number of ranks you can earn is unlimited, but it will reset back to 0 when the season ends as a new one starts. One season rank or level is exactly 100,000 XP, and you'll get increased XP for a few levels from the well rested buff at each weekly reset on Tuesdays. Ranking up levels will reward you with the season pass rewards and progress towards a new bonus power level, also known as the seasonal artifact power, which also resets along with your season pass each season. So at the start of a new season, like season 14, you'll start off at 0 bonus power, and when reaching the next XP requirement you'll unlock a new bonus power level, which is also not capped. This combined with your gear power will create your max power level, and we'll get to that in just a moment with a detailed breakdown. But after each new power bonus unlock, the XP requirement for the next one will increase, and eventually at around plus 21 bonus power, the XP will be around 2.1 million, just to hit another plus 1 to then reach plus 21 or plus 22. This power is sometimes disabled in competitive activities like the Iron Banner and Trials of Osiris. However, this bonus power will be useful in harder activities as it acts like your gear power. As you level up with bonus power and season pass XP, you'll unlock new mods for the new seasonal artifact to help you create some crazy endgame class builds, and I make a ton of these on my channel each season, so be sure to stick around and check that out later. There's not really much more to add on this other than leveling up will give you bonus power levels for the time and effort you put into it, and the number is unlimited, so you can rank up as much as you want and try to aim for the highest power level you can through XP. Usually most players will get roughly 15 to 25 bonus power by the end of the season, but it's all down to how much time and effort you put into it. Gaining XP is obtained by playing the game, but doing weekly bounties, challenges and seasonal challenges will give the most. But the more important power level is your gear power, and this can be complicated for new players or returning players as sometimes it changes, so let's get into that. As of Season 14, all weapons and armor have a power level, which is limited, unlike the bonus power, which can grow as you play and earn XP. There are 3 stages of power levels in which your gear will drop to a certain power cap, depending on where you're obtaining the gear from. These 3 different stages are known as the soft cap, the hard cap, and the Pinnacle Cap. Before Season 14, gear power used to grow every season by plus 50. They now grow at only plus 10, making it much easier to power level and start playing endgame content earlier. To increase your overall gear power, you need to do activities that award loot to the next power cap. For a brief example, if you're sitting at 1300 total gear power, the only way to receive gear higher than 1300 is to do powerful rewards. If you're sitting at 1310 wanting to get to 1320, you need to do pinnacle rewards. I'll go more in depth shortly about the power caps and their limits, but you should know beforehand that gear power and bonus power are completely different, meaning that regardless of what your bonus power is, it will not help you gain gear at a higher power. Gear drops are calculated by your overall gear power and not the total power. There are 8 slots in which your power can increase, and these are your 3 weapon slots and your 5 armor slots. So 1 power in each slot is actually 1 small power and not a full power, so you will need 8 power total to create 1 full gear power level, and it doesn't have to be equal to each slot, so you can gain more power in one slot than another to make your overall power higher. And as long as you have 8 power added up in total from any of the slots, you will then create that 1 full power level. It sounds confusing if you're new, so let's dive deeper. Starting with stage 1, the soft cap. The soft cap in Season 14 is capped at 1260 power, and you want to get to this soft cap by earning gear from any source, that being playlist activities like strikes and the Crucible rewards, World Legendary Ingram drops, and pretty much just anything that drops. Note that all these drops will cap out at 1260 power, so if your overall gear power is 1260, these rewards will not drop any higher than your max gear power. This means you will need to reach the hard cap, which is also known as the powerful cap, and this leads to stage 2, the hard cap. So the powerful cap is capped out at 1310 power, which means to get from 1260 to 1310, you have to earn powerful rewards. These are from sources like powerful challenges and packages that state powerful reward for completing the challenge or activity requirement. In Season 14, if you reached max power at 1310 during Season 13, the soft cap and powerful cap are not really relevant for you. But if you are behind and you are not 1310, then it will be. Note that a quick, fast approach to catching up and leveling up fast to the hard cap is to do comp, as you are awarded powerful loot when ranking up within that mode. However, when you do eventually reach the hard cap at 1310 power, all the powerful loot will then be capped at your total gear power level and not the actual hard cap of 1310. So a quick example here, if you're 1315 power and you get a powerful reward, then that drop will be what your max gear power is, which would be 1315. Now how do you get past the 1310 hard cap to start reaching these higher power levels? Well, that's where the Pinnacle Cap comes into play, which is the third stage. So the Pinnacle Cap is capped out at 1320 power, and the only way to increase power past the 1310 hard cap is to do Pinnacle rewards, and these are found in harder activities like nightfalls, raids, dungeons and seasonal activities or events. They usually award a +2 higher power than your base gear level, but you can get a +1 higher power from strikes, Crucible and Gambit from their challenge. 1320 is the highest gear level you can get to in Season 14, but using bonus power you can get higher, which again does reset at the start of a new season, so you could be at 1320 max power with a +20 bonus power from the artifact, making you a total of 1340 power, but when Season 15 starts you'll be back down to 1320 or wherever you left off with your gear power level. So how do you level up fast this season? Well, for your season pass level and XP for bonus power, the best way is to do the seasonal challenges for chunks of XP levels and weekly challenges and bounties for additional XP each week. If you want to be efficient with your gear power leveling, then get to the soft cap first at 1260 if you haven't already by doing any activities, then farm out your powerful rewards to get to 1310, then your pinnacle rewards to get to 1320. Repeat this on all your characters, and then at the next weekly reset on Tuesday, go backwards from your third to your second and then to the first where you first started off. As I previously mentioned, you will gain 1 full power level when you get 8 gear power. So you have 3 weapon slots and 5 armor slots totaling to 8 slots, which means 8 separate power levels, and each slot can get power up to 1320 in Season 14, but you don't need to have every slot reach the same power in order to put your base gear power level the same. You can have your weapons be high power and your armor be low power, making your actual full power level lower than your weapons and higher than your armor, and when you are above the powerful cap, working towards the pinnacle cap, the most effective way to level up fast is to min-max using the powerful rewards. This works in a way where you may have 1 slot of power holding you back, where you may just need 1 out of the 8 power levels to reach a full power level, and if that slot is lower than your total gear power, then you can use a powerful reward to gain that extra power. If you're bad at math like myself, then linked below is a power calculator that will tell you how much power you need to reach the next major power level, and this does sound complicated, so here's an example I made from Season 13 to check that out. If your total gear power is 1305, with most gear being around 1306 or 1307, but you have that one piece of gear holding you back at 1303 or 1304, then doing a powerful reward will give you a 1305 because that's what your gear level's at, which could potentially give you that +1 power, and if that +1 power was all you were missing for a full power level, then that will make you 1306. Which then means your pinnacles will now drop 1307 and 1308 instead of 1306 and 1307. So keep your powerful rewards handy when doing pinnacle rewards and keep calculating your total base gear level. This method is known as min-maxing. So that is everything you need to know about power leveling in Destiny 2 Beyond Light Season 14 or Season of the Splicer. You can check out my other videos if you want further help with anything, or comment and I'll get back to you if you have any questions. For now though, leave a comment, throw a rating, smash that subscribe and click on that share, and I'll see you all in the next video.